Okay, so sorry class, the last video got ended abruptly due to some technical glitch. So we will continue with the portion where we left. The last thing we talked was right to obtain the reports of branch. Next, the auditor has the right to sign the audit report. Okay, the auditor has the right to receive the notice of general meeting and right to attend the general meeting. The auditor also has a right to attend the meeting of audit committee. Now, what is this audit committee? This audit committee is the committee of directors, not auditors. It's the committee of directors, and this committee decides about the remuneration, decides about the appointments, and several other things. So if any meeting of the audit committee is being held, then the auditor has the right to attend such meeting. Clear? Right to take legal and technical advice means if the auditor is not expertise in certain area, that is in legal areas, in certain technical areas, the auditor can definitely take the advice. The auditor can definitely take the advice. Right to remuneration, of course the auditor has a right to remuneration. So these are the rights mentioned in 143.3. Now I have skipped a portion, means I have not included in my notes, that is 143.4. Now this section says that if the auditor has given a clear report, when a report is clear, then in that case no reason is required to be given. If everything is fine, then তার আর কি reason দেব? Why everything is fine সেটা তো তার reason তো আমি দিতে পারবো না. But if the auditor has given some report which is other than clear report, in that case the auditor needs to give explanation. Okay, next is what we have talked about 143.4. Okay, we talked about auditor's remuneration, right? We talked about auditor's remuneration. Always remember, whenever there is auditor's remuneration we have talked about, the auditor's remuneration will not include any kind of out of pocket expenses. Suppose আমি অডিটরকে খেতে দিচ্ছি, অডিটরকে লাঞ্চ ডিনার দিচ্ছি, সেইটা আবার অডিটরের রেমিউনারেশনে ইনক্লুড করে দেবো না. ওকে, সেইটা আবার অডিটর রেমিউনারেশনে ইনক্লুড করে দেবো না, বা অডিটর ইজ প্রোভাইডিং সাম আদার কাইন্ড অফ সার্ভিসেস, ইন দ্যাট কেস অলসো আমি অডিটরের রেমিউনারেশনের পার্ট সেটা হবে না. অডিটরের রেমিউনারেশন উইল বি সেপারেট, ইট উইল নট ইনক্লুড এনি কাইন্ড অফ আউট অফ পকেট এক্সপেন্সেস. ক্লিয়ার? ওকে, next the section that we will talk about is section 145. Section 145 is what? Nothing. The auditor will sign the audit report, and if there are certain qualification given by the auditor, that is if the auditor have given certain comments, okay, in that case those things must be read out to the shareholders in general meeting. কিছু নেগেটিভ কমেন্টস আছে, তাহলে সেটা শেয়ার হোল্ডার্সের কাছে রিড আউট করে নিতে হবে. আর দ্য অডিট রিপোর্ট শুড বি open for inspection by any member of the company can inspect the audit report. Clear? This is section 145. Again, there is another small section, that is section 146, which says that auditor has a right to attend general meeting and right to be heard. Auditor has a right to attend general meeting and right to be heard. Okay, now the last part of this entire thing is liabilities of an auditor, which you will get in the book. I've just given the broad heading. There are several liabilities, means liabilities for professional misconduct, liability, civil liability, criminal liability, liability for not fulfilling section 143, section 145. What 143? If the auditor is not performing his duties or rights properly, or if the auditor have not given the reason, means I have not read out the reason that he has provided in the report to the shareholders. In that case, that is section 145. So these are the liabilities under income tax, professional misconduct. These are the liabilities of the auditor. Clear? Okay, so these are the topics, these are the broad topics, and these are the topics that were needed to be completed under this chapter. Okay, now what is the status of an auditor? Can auditor be called the agent of shareholders? Of course no. He is an expert in his field, he cannot be called some agent. Can auditor be called the officer of the company? No. Can auditor be called as a servant of the company? This though never. We cannot ever call the auditor as a servant. So these are certain things that are written, and it could come in question like auditor as an agent of the shareholder. Explain. You will of course say no. Auditor can never be the agent, because if agent does something, the principal is liable always. But if auditor does something, the auditor will be personally liable. So auditor can never be called the agent of the shareholders. Auditor is protecting the interest of the shareholders. That's it, not the agent. Clear? So this completes my this chapter, the main portions of this chapter. Now we are left with one more thing, that is Karo, and we'll start this in the next class. Okay, so thank you class, and this will complete my syllabus. Before your examination, I will just explain Karo and I will finish this. Okay, so thank you.